So if you're wondering if there's more unhinged takes about Elon Musk and Twitter, well, we can always leave it to The View to give us the worst possible take. This one from Sunny Hostin about what free speech really means. Let's take a listen.
And in fact, on Twitter, it is predominantly straight white men. So when Elon Musk says, wow, this is about free speech, it seems to me that it's about free speech of straight white men. And so let them have it. Let them just go at it. I enjoy the block button on Twitter. I think it has a real outsized influence in our world because politicians and celebrities are on it.
Okay, all right. Straight white men is what free... It's like, why do we have to reach for this every time? First of all, I think it's ridiculous, the idea that they're straight white men is supposedly the dominant thing on Twitter. I don't think that that's accurate. But it fits this broader trend in order to paint free speech as some sort of link to white supremacy. We saw that happen on MSNBC. Let's put this up there on the screen. Again, just completely hilarious that they say a future of abundant, equitable speech terrifies people like Elon Musk. I just love here now that equitable speech is the moniker for censorship that the appeals have come up with.
Yeah, that's a new, I guess that's a new term.
New current thing just
on
dropped.
Like a, you know, put a positive spin on restricting people's right to speech. I mean, I find it offensive because,
of course it is.
Listen, the founding of the country has a million issues. The Constitution is not some perfect, infallible document, nor is the Bill of Rights. But the whole reason you have constitutionally protected rights is actually to protect the rights of minority groups so that they can't be subject to being stripped away from a tyrannical majority. So it's really, the core concept here is exactly the opposite of what Sunny Hostin is saying, or what Anand, and I think that was a segment that Joy Reid was trying to intimate. The fact of the matter is, there is no doubt that if you are in favor of handing more powers of censorship and stifling to the billionaire class or the political class, the people who are overwhelmingly going to be targeted are dissidents, are people who are challenging power, who are outside of the majority and the mainstream. Those are always going to be the people who bear the brunt of the censorship and are pushed out of the public square. So that's why I find this issue important. That's why I find this not only to be wrong, but to actually be the total opposite of what is going on, and an actively offensive way of, and dishonest way of viewing this issue. Because again, the whole idea of why you have constitutional rights that require, you know, extraordinary means in order to alter them is to protect minority viewpoints so you do not suffer from the tyranny of the majority. So this is insane. I mean, listen, I always put the caveat, is Elon actually going to usher in? We don't know.
We don't know.
Is he going to apply it fairly? We don't know. Neither do you. But I don't know why you're so much more comfortable with like the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia having massive stake in Twitter than Elon Musk. To me, look, and I think I think Anand would say, like, billionaire control, no matter which billionaire, is a problem. Like, that's a core part of his view. But obviously his views on censorship and what he would actually like to see in terms of a regime, he's actually advocating for people like Elon Musk and his other, you know, fellow billionaires in that class to have more power. So it's counter to what his whole thing is supposed to be about, which is we need to not have the billionaire class in charge of everything.
Yeah, that's right. And I completely agree. And it's like, oh, this billionaire is bad, and this type of free speech is bad, and we need more equitable speech. It's like, why do they have to use and really defile these time-honored principles in the name of the culture war? But I think I know the answer, which is that they know that they'll be protected and that others won't. Also, blocking somebody is not a violation of free speech. That's not the point. You should have more control over your user experience. That's actually a good thing.
Yeah,
so, you know,
that was actually a decent point.
Yeah, that's the only good point that she was making.
I saw an article that was like, what free speech actually looks like is some random guy sending you a dick pic every single day unsolicited. I'm like,
you could just
there is a block button.
Yeah,
like,
what are you talking about?
You can mute people, you can block people. You don't have to like subject yourself to whatever randomness comes at you online. And advocating for those tools and availing yourself of them, I think that is really important, to be able to have control over your experience. But yeah, anyway, they're silly. That's the bottom line.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
More for you later. Cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.